What are you doing? Wow!
Nothing stops people here. At least how I want to see it, it's just an uncorrupted place where people really can do what they want and more. People, if they have time and space to function, to do whatever they want to do, they're going to start doing what they love to do and what they're good at anyways. There's no authority necessary to make things happen. Things will happen out spontaneously.
I think this is very important, and well, it's being threatened by authorities. They want to shut it down and turn this into a ship factory. Of course, we think this is a really bad idea, because this is much more interesting, because there's industry all around Amsterdam, but there's no place like ADM.
This place, it was a shipyard where a lot of working class people built ships. And it went bankrupt, and then it was the first squatting crew that took it, with creative people. They started recording music and painting, artists. They were kind of squatters, but never really like within the squat movement, who was still active at that time. Then they got evicted. They give cookies and coffee to the police that came and kicked them out. Then they were gonna build lots of stuff here and develop the area, but instead they sold it to the mafia, who kept it empty, and so it got squatted again by a beautiful wooden boat, the Papillon, which is now upside down. Slowly a whole village started to exist, with trees and rare animals and people living in wagons, boats, and in the buildings. This was all 18 years ago that the Papillon landed, and that was the time that I arrived as well.
The whole world's meant to be a giant playground, believe it or not. It's not meant to be a giant business park.
And we need a big, big playground. So what happened to it? They built for us especially this huge ass building warehouse where we can play and create and make.
We're creative people. We don't like artists, we only like creative people. And that's why we're doing this stage here, which is a sort of a drum and bass from fire. These gas bottles here, these are how we do our music. These are flamethrowers. A nice visual, but the point of the fire is the sound. And we create rhythms with the different sounds of the fire and explosion. This here is our bass instrument. Fire inside the tubes, and depending on the different length of the tube, you get a different bass tone. And then my instrument is here. This is a bowed instrument.
Just burn it and then it's finished. Every time there's blood, sweat and emotions. Yeah, people feel that, man, you know what I mean? From small children, old people, lovers. But the figurine itself is a masculine man figure wearing a mask, pointing to the sky and holding a ship. It turns into a fire, one of the elements, powerful.
The fire is the energy of sun into earth. And so I like purpose fire. For have something more, I built this pendulum. And this pendulum gonna swing with the energy of fire, propelled of steam. And when the water will hot and there is steam pressure inside, the pendulum starts to swing. It's nice to stay around the fire and take chill out, think about. The pendulum, I call it DNA of time, organic vision of time, no? The time is rhythm. We know the clock, but the clock is an invention. The time is just rhythm. It's the night and the day. It's the rhythm of the season. It's the rhythm of our. It's the rhythm of our life.
Yeah. And ADM represents, to me, a place where the hands of the clock don't stick in your ass.
There's no time here, and I don't think people. Of course, there's history between people. I think there's a big thing in common.
ADM and our ADM.
The freedom of the mind, and everybody's pretty free and
do whatever you want, whenever you want.
Free and very open is quite limited to say, like just pretty, yeah, unrestricted. People live by the rules. People are all victims of the rules they live by. I feel people here don't have these rules so much, or are way more comfortable bending all these rules, and that's how it rolls.
And like modern society, modern culture has totally lost it. And what you've got here is a bit of, to me it's a paradise.
We're building the kids area and we try to make it colorful, magic and attractive, and still our theme is about the forgotten and lost fairy beings we never see anymore in town, but they all are here. So with the kids we're gonna make a trek through the ADM to find the beings, which are nature spirits.
Enjoy your fantasies and keep on dreaming!
From?
So this is the Mazda one we built for the festival this year. It's worked well at all. And then we have this big flame machine to scare the people with. We build it from only from garbage we pick there, and then and the goal is to recycling some garbage to make like better garbage from it.
And because I work with garbage, I say you cannot really get rid of it.
No.
Just to use it. Not avoid it, you cannot hide it, you cannot put it underground, you cannot burn it. Just use it, understand it, use it, dismount it, minimalize, revitalize into something else. It comes from somewhere, it can go somewhere else.
Scaring people.
It's a big hand who crushes pallets or campers or caravans or whatever you have extra, and we got shitloads of that stuff. All the sculptures you're gonna see here, they are here permanent and not part of the party. They are made by various artists who like to do all recycle art. And we even have our own brewery.
Making beer tomorrow on the festival, live.
Because after you take and you take and you take, you also have to give at a certain point. And then you might as well give in a very colorful and nice place.
It's a magic, it's a magic, it's a magic. I live close by, so it's my neighbors. Hey, very happy neighbors, very good neighbors, yes. Don't know what more to say in that sense. Whoa, 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 wow, that's lovely.
So this ship, for us it represents a lot. It was the ship which came here with the squatters when this was empty to take this place and build it into what it is now. Unfortunately, it sank last year.
We transformed the boat in a drone. So we put the propeller on the top.
7 of these spaceships flying around in the whole universe. This one landed here, had a little bit of problems, but maybe next year it will leave us again and take off.
Into space.
And so Le Papillon will be a room bar for the festival.
The control room. Yeah. So this is the control room of the spaceship. We got everything.
This is a Tesla coil. It's like mad science. It makes about 11,000 volts and then goes through the ballast, which double the voltage. And this goes through the capacitors. This is actually quite a lot. Electromagnetic pulse go through the secondary coil, and then it goes up into the turret. Then the charge coming out of it is 1.5 million volts, and then you get lightning.
But here you've got lots of different fronts on which people are working, and that is inspiring on a daily basis. Like what brought us together is rather the possibilities of the place than the common goal, which is beautiful because it gives you a variety of people.
We are all only busy with hobby. People are just busy with things that they would really like to do, and they want to do it.
Alrighty, well, welcome to the ADM. We got a port here and we took some fish out of the water, and now you can see the ship of fools, and they're around there. These people came sailing from all over the big seas to come especially here for us.
This is the Ship of Fools, which is a theater company. We just came back after a travel of 10 years, back to Amsterdam. The ship is 100 years old, being their colleagues of the ADM.
We came back here because it's a benefit party and we are contributing to their party. We want them to stay here because it's important they are here. They are creating a free republic. We are having a free republic. We just come to see our friendly state. We visit it's a diplomatic visit. Welcome on the Ship of Fools.
This is our living and working space. Salut! And you go straight to the costume room, which is one of the most important part of our theater. We are a group of actors, directors, musicians, and costume designers.
Our work here is to bring the illusion to the people everywhere we go that another life, another world is possible.
We're gonna do cabaret tomorrow night on Friday. Special edition for the birthday of ADM.
Cabaret? Hello? Real expression. You want?
En solo momento, ¿qué significa un año de amor?
One thing is sure, without the salt of folly, every meal is tasteless.
But like normal. And man, and serio, it is police clothes, yeah? I think every police jacket is a little bit homo, like this. Like homo.
How beautiful it is. This is neck-coat tie. Enjoy yourself.
Degree of craziness. Well, they're all artists, you know, like, so how crazy can be art? As crazy as you can imagine, of course. You know, so that's what is happening here as well. Party. Well, it was our birthday party, eh?
Yamala Mamika, Yamama Malika, stay whole the weekend.
Come on!
We like having people here because it shows off what we do. It shows off our culture, shows off solar wind power, shows off our musicians, our poets, our artists, our robot makers. So it's all good for us.
Secret alter ego of ADM. The hypocrite us.
It's like
On the tree, yeah?
Why the fire? What is it in the people that drives them to fire? Our ancient TV. One trend that always stays, you know, like forever. Because it's something like evolution, the very huge step was made when people, or Homo sapiens at that time, learned how to make fire himself. That was like a big move.
We don't have brake. No brake. Tied to the wall. And where can I go?
We have a tank with used oil. Used oil goes to combustion chamber, which is red hot glowing. There it evaporates and ignites. There is another iron cup where you melt aluminum. The fire is conducted to a foundry. Then you can pick it up easily and pour it somewhere.
You're all fucking full of shit. I don't see any money here. Okay, the girl on the green heads, 10 million. Next, 1 million, 10 million, 30 million. We're not for sale. Thank you so much for being here. Please come back. We will stay here forever.
And we made a lovely flag. The message, ADM blijft, which means ADM stays. And that one goes out to everyone. ADM blijft. And that's what it's going to do.
Obviously the government are trying to evict us, or the private owners trying to evict us. We're not really sure which it is.
Well, it's really clear that this is about speculation.
Ownership, rules, laws, and it's a game to figure out how they're going to be able to evict a community which is already, you know, in harmony here, peaceful and hanging out, and that's important too. I think we're making something more sustainable. All this other stuff here. This is all based on like systems and structures which are probably crumble at some point and are mostly not really based on people.
So we're interested in a global sustainable culture, and hopefully we're part of reminding them that is actually possible. There's just amazing art happening all over the place, and that's why places like this are important. So yeah, we're probably stay for as long as we want to, really.
Also in Europe there's indigenous people that are being fucked by our megalomaniac Western society.
No, it's our right to be here because we are the indigenous people of Amsterdam. Leave us alone.
Extra peace.